It's a podcast, it's a video, and more.
Okay.
Welcome to
We Grown.
Question mark?
I'm Sean.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Moya.
First things first. What had you feeling grown?
So what had me feeling grown was house repairs. Usually if something happens in a house, especially when you're a kid, you're just like, Mom, Dad, like, this is broken. And then you don't have to worry about it. It'll get fixed however they fix it. Yeah. Now, I'm that person that has to call, and then I have to like bother the company or whoever. Like, are y'all coming? What time are y'all coming? Oh, I'm not going to be home. I'm going to be at work. Like, what? All of that responsibility. And then on top of that, actually handling whatever the result is with that business is just, I'm old. Like, I can't just be like, oh, my mom will handle it, or oh, my dad will handle it. Like, I have to handle it myself. So I feel old.
It's called grown. You're not old.
True, I'm grown. Got bills to pay.
Don't we all?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, paying bills is ghetto. But it's fine, I guess. This is what I wanted.
It sounds so sad.
It does.
I don't want to pay bills. I just wanted independence. But apparently you can't have one without the other.
It's like those triangles that they make, or at least on the shows or TV, whatever, memes, where you have one thing at each thing, and it's like, you can have two, but you can't have one. You can't have all three.
Yeah, that's definitely how this feels. Definitely. But I still enjoy being an adult 98% of the time, I'd say.
Yeah.
That little 2% sucks, though, when it sucks.
Yeah. So in our first episode, our intro, we kind of talked about how we met, first impressions, things like that. And I know the people, they want to know more. So in this episode, we want to talk about basically just walk them through some of the things that happened from, that freshman year to now. We're all married. I have kids. People have houses, all these things that we're accomplishing. And now we have a podcast. Like, how did we get to this podcast? So, Jess, you want to start with sophomore year, I guess?
Wait, before Jess starts, I just want to say, because the last episode, after I rewatched it, it might have seemed like I was a little disrespectful to Jess. And I was not trying to be disrespectful, just because I didn't know, how you came in and kind of blended in.
Because I think, that's fair, yeah.
But that definitely was not the case.
Same.
Yeah, afterwards, we kind of thought about it. We talked about it some more. So it was just, it's really, well, remember, this is years and years ago, which is why we're doing this podcast. We're just trying to keep the memories alive, let people know our memories. They're funny stories. We had good times. I think other people probably can learn or just get a laugh from the things that we did.
For sure.
So I just wanted to say that.
Oh, I appreciate you. I appreciate that. I don't know if I'm supposed to say I forgive you, because that wasn't really
no,
it
wasn't.
You, but
no,
I appreciate that.
No, just after rewatching, it's like,
yeah.
Like,
but she didn't even know how. She didn't
I
know how
you
either.
guys
So
are. Like, I think it's one of those things where it's just like we know our dynamic, but other people don't.
Yeah,
so how it comes off to other people, we might have to just, I guess, clue people in. But I appreciate like the consideration.
Yeah. So I think with that being said, I realized that before, I guess, I had like as you know, we were friends. The three of us were friends. It's four of us, but all of us were friends. But I think I hung out with Moyo, and then I hung out with Jess. And then as we like started to unpack, it was like, oh, dang, did me and Jess have a secret nightlife like that we had? But that was also when I was closeted and stuff. So that was part of like finding myself and like releasing little bits and pieces. So I think that's probably how we ended up getting way more close. And you hanging out, us hanging out together way more.
Yeah, definitely that. I think the nightlife part, because I was a sheltered child. I was the only child, church kid, all that. So like going out, like I didn't know anything about that, especially not in high school. Like apparently people went to like parties and stuff, went to clubs and stuff in high school. And I'm like,
nah,
I didn't know nothing about that. So in school I was like, yeah, let's go.
There was this one thing, and I believe all three of us were there. I'm not sure if you were, but it was within the first week of school.
I think I was there, and that's when I decided, like, yeah, I'm not about this life.
Yeah.
Because
During the truth, no, it was like
it was in somebody's apartment, I think. Right?
no, when we did
Patapsco?
we did like a never have I ever, or it was like a truth or dare.
That was in the basement of one of the dorms, and I know
Yes.
exactly what you're talking about. And there was somebody that talked about being on the metro. I remember
Yes.
that.
Was I
and
there?
I don't know, and I
feel like
remember
I
You weren't
wasn't.
there. That might have been after Patapsco, because I think you said no to the Patapsco party.
Yeah, there was a party.
And it was only freshmen like on campus,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and people were like drinking, and Moy was like, "Yeah, I ain't about."
Well, it wasn't even.
It wasn't even
It
that.
wasn't
It was
even
just-
that.
it was just-
like people
yeah.
were drinking, and then I wasn't because I wasn't gonna drink till I was 21. But I was like, oh, I can go to a party though. Like it's fine. But a whole bunch of drunk kids is not really entertaining to me. And then there was like this girl who was dancing on me, and I kept trying to be like, hey, like I'm not trying to dance, and they were being real pushy, and I just had to leave. I was like, I can't, because I don't want to fight nobody in here. So I left, and I was like, yeah, let me catch y'all in a couple years when I'm drinking too, and we all on the
Yeah.
same level.
Yeah.
And yeah, I became a go to bed at
8
9
o'clock,
o'clock. 9, give me 9.
8:30.
9, man. But yeah,
She's still kind of like that. Too.
I mean, I am.
I mean,
like
aren't
that.
we all though? That's part
yeah,
of.
that's the thing. We all caught up.
It's
Yeah.
part of being
I was
grown.
just there early. Had my bedtime.
Yeah, if we went out, she had to take a nap, and once she got her nap, she was good.
So I think that was like a major part of me and Jess getting close.
Yeah.
We just hung out a lot, and then that kind of led to I don't know how we ended up doing the daggone fashion show that I didn't make it. Cause haters gonna hate and dislike me for no reason. Like I ain't want your mans. I ain't want your mans. We had a fashion show. It was like 50 people, and they took 49 out of 50. And guess who was cut? But I mean, I'm not salty
Anymore.
anymore.
Yeah.
I made it the next year.
I think that fashion show was it was the thing that everybody was doing. So, it was just
Everybody
like,
but me.
Well,
okay,
another thing that I didn't do,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
I don't know, like I'm still not the type to just do things everybody's doing. So I was not bothered. I was like, I'll be in the audience and cheer for y'all. I can't wait. Like I was there, but I wasn't about to be going to practice. First of all, y'all practiced late too.
We did.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Y'all did.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's
I'm gonna
true.
just skip forward to like when I actually was in it because I did participate. I was a dancer. Was killing it. He was so mad because it was like, oh, you can dance. I was like, I can.
Sean was the only one that could body roll, apparently.
It's true.
Out of the guys or everybody?
Out of the guys.
guys.
The guys couldn't dance. They could, like, maybe
No
pop
one
a
could.
little here
No
and
one
there.
could pick up choreography.
That
That was the
part.
thing. Like
That part.
I learned mine, everyone else's parts. I learned the girls' parts because I was bored because I was like, y'all take so long. But whatever. Anyways, so that's how we ended up getting closer. And last episode, I think we talked enough about how me and Moyo were
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of filling that in. So then going to sophomore year.
Please delete that.
Going to sophomore year.
Delete it again. That's good. No,
Oh.
So sophomore year, well, actually, end of freshman year. So we talked about how like we were going to be roommates, but the situation was we both wanted a different person, I guess, as a roommate. And
no, I think both of the people, both of our roommates didn't have the money basically to keep staying in the dorms, or they were
Yeah.
trying to figure out their situation.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
were
like a
trying to figure out
timeline.
Mhm.
So it was like, well, we can't really wait, otherwise we lose our first choice.
Mhm.
So then it was like, well, you have the means and I have the means right now, so let's lock it in at least. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah, it was definitely that because I had two people that I was like considering. Like the first person, I don't know, she still ended up in the same dorm, but I think, yeah, it might have been just resources. And then
Yeah.
the other person, it definitely was like resources. And so I was like, well, I'm not doing a random again. So I at least know her. And funny story, My mom did not like either of the first two choices that I had. And I was adamant about those first two choices. But for some reason, she's like, I like that Moyo girl. You should have her as your roommate. I'm like, I don't even know her like that.
Mom
Like,
be knowing.
And because y'all the same person.
they literally are the same person.
She be knowing.
But yeah, I was like, I mean, I guess I'd rather somebody I know and I guess I'm cool with or cool enough with to live with and trust, to like choose her as a roommate. And I remember like the last week of school when people were already moving out, I was like, all right, well, let me just kind of hang with her one-on-one and see how this is. And it was very awkward. But I remember it. I remember just like sitting in the room like, this is what it's gonna be like.
I guess because usually I was like the middleman.
Yeah. Usually Sean's there and he like facilitates between all of us, and so it's like a group discussion. So we never really did much, just the two of us, outside of maybe like classwork. Like there had to be something going on. So for us to just hang out with nothing like purposeful to do was just weird. But I don't know what we did that summer to get closer, because once we got back,
we had to talk about our room and like, because I had a refrigerator and I feel like you had a refrigerator. Like we just started talking about, what do you want to bring? And then I think our moms were like trying to be like, you need to ask that girl if she's doing this and this. And so we kept in touch that way. And I don't know if we didn't necessarily get close at the time, but we were just like coordinating with each other because we're going to be roommates and we already know. So let's figure things out. So then we get back to school and I feel like we had some issues. Like the way I did things was completely different from the way Jess did things. So we bumped heads a little bit, but it was never like anything crazy. It was kind of
it was just a growing pains kind of thing. Like just getting to learn someone, like you end up like having points of not contention, but just like points where you're just like, oh, I don't do stuff like that. Well, I do stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, well, how are we going to move forward?
Yeah. And the difference was because freshman year, I had one roommate the first half who was never there. So I basically had my own room. Then the second half, I had a roommate who she was a little like wary of me, so she wouldn't do things just because she knew I didn't like it and she didn't want me to say nothing. So then I kind of still had my own room. So this was the first time where it was like, all right, this girl ain't going nowhere. I can't like intimidate her to leave. So like we have to work things out.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah, we had to work things out. Like in freshman year, it was just the person just wouldn't come back. And I would just have my own space.
She would stay in my room sometimes. That's right.
I mean,
I'm now remembering that.
It was just crazy though, because she also hung out with us.
Yeah, she did.
So then
we were not. The thing was, we were cool. She just didn't want the confrontation of like having a conversation about something, or like she didn't want to confront things. So for me, it was easy. It was like, I mean, if you're just gonna leave, that's fine with me too. Like we don't have to talk about it. But with Jess, it was like, okay, we have to talk about it because if something has to change. If something has to change.
Because I'm not going to not do what I want to do. But if we have a conversation about it, I'm willing to compromise. That's kind of how it went. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was... I know a lot of things, like, just even down to, like, how often we clean the bathroom or who or how we're going to do it. Definitely the bedtime thing was definitely one. Because I think that was one of the things. I would always be out late. I'm a night owl. I don't like waking up early. I like to stay in bed, but I can be up late at night. And so she was like, I'm going to bed, and I go to bed, and she sleeps in total darkness. I do not like total darkness, so I had to get used to that. But outside of that, I think it was definitely like, okay, well, if you're going to be out, just make sure like you're quiet when you come back or something like that. So I think it was definitely like we had to like communicate about a lot of things.
And then so then that was sophomore year. Junior year, we were still we basically were roommates for the rest of our time there. Then Sean and Marcus both graduated. And then Jess and I had another year, and I think half of it I stayed on campus. Did I? I don't know.
I think. Was it the bonus? I don't. It was the bonus year that you were not on campus, but it was.
Is that what we called it? The bonus year?
Yes, that's what we're calling it.
Okay.
But I guess like our 4th year, that was when I was an RA. So the first half of that semester, that was when we were in the apartments and I was just like a standby person. And then the second half was when I got an opening in one of the dorms and I was like, I can have one roommate and we'll have separate rooms, but we'll have one common room.
Yeah.
And so that's when we still lived together, but we both moved out of the apartments into that situation because I was the RA and I'm like, I'm not gonna have a random as a roommate and be the RA. So yeah. I think that was a better situation because I think, well, no, we liked our roommates. Well, we had one that was random that constantly changed that year. Because remember we had we had the one girl that we both know that we had our Bible study group with. And then the 4th person, I think, just consistently changed.
It's possible.
I don't ever remember a 4th person. I was also only there so often because I was living my best grown man life.
Been a grown man.
Yeah. I mean, well, just to throw this in there because you guys don't know this, but I was working throughout school the entire time as well.
Yeah.
I went to work full time, so I was always there at 6 a.m. and then I would get back, which is also I'm trying to figure out how was I doing stuff because I would get back at 2 from work and then I was in class until 10. I guess I met up with y'all at D Hall.
Yeah, you would definitely do dinner with us. That was pretty consistent. Dinner was everybody's.
And you guys went out on weekends.
Yeah, we
did. So it wasn't like it was interfering with work.
Yeah.
But D Hall was where let me not say most of, but that was a lot of our a bonding between us.
Between that and the Commons.
Yeah. Meals.
Food.
Meals.
Food.
Yeah.
Food.
That's why we need to do a mukbang.
Yes, mukbang. Sean doesn't want to eat on camera, but
I'm
we're
not
trying
about
to
to
convince
sit
him.
here and eat food in front of y'all. Y'all not about to get me with chicken in my teeth, pulling out whole bones.
You married? What difference does it make now?
But these people looking at me.
You don't even know who's gonna watch this. It could just be us, honestly.
That's
so
true.
For us, you can do it.
And then John would be like, "You got something in your teeth."
But you still love me. You still married to me.
Exactly. Where you going?
Exactly.
Anyways.
Yeah, I think from there. So graduation for you guys, and then 5th year for us, and then graduation for us. Our graduation was actually kind of nice because we ended up going back to my parents' house, and we did we had a whole little photo shoot. We were doing the most.
I was the photographer.
Yeah, Sean was the photographer. We have really nice pictures from that.
Yeah.
And
you can see them here, and here. No, it's but you will be able to see them here.
Are you?
I'll try.
Yeah, you might throw some in there. I'm
True.
for it.
I do have a picture from our sophomore year where we first met up. I think it was day one.
Yeah.
And I love that picture so much.
Skinny
So
Marcus. Yeah.
Skinny Marcus.
Yeah.
There was us. I don't have Marcus in the picture. I don't think he was back yet because he was still coming from
New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I remember. I think I do have some pictures from that, but it probably just on Facebook though. Because I had.
It's probably from me.
Probably just a tag photo. Yeah.
It's possible.
But yeah, it was fun. That was fun.
But
Kinda
yeah,
getting back and seeing each other. Oh my goodness! I was going through my old email and I found
which one?
She has 10 emails.
I really do have way too many emails. But the very first Gmail I ever made, that was the one I used when I was applying to schools, when I was signing up for the library and scholarships and stuff. So I had that email. I was cleaning it out so I can use it for other stuff and add it to my collection of emails. But I found a Uvu request from Moyo in December. I'm like, bro, Uvu? Does anybody remember Uvu?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we have some pictures.
We have some
we
Uvu
definitely
pictures,
do.
but Uvu was the move.
It
really was the move. That's
Uvu.
crazy.
That's funny.
I don't think anybody knows about Uvu. The kids don't know about Uvu.
They
No,
don't.
they
don't at
They
all.
about
That was a really quick phase, though.
It was.
really was.
But
It started and ended.
we only
Wow,
used it. I swear we only used it during winter break.
Yeah.
Of that one.
Yeah.
Was it freshman year? I guess maybe.
It had to be.
It
Because
was
I was
Yeah.
still
freshman
friends with
year.
somebody that I know I have pictures on Uvu with.
Yeah.
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 We had Moyo in her onesie. Let me put this on the record.
On the
So
record.
I probably was the first person to wear a onesie in public, unashamed. They made fun of me, but now it's onesie gang. Apparently, yes.
We made fun of you?
Yeah, y'all made fun of me in my onesie.
I don't
I
remember
could have
this
swore
one.
I walked around in onesies.
Nah. I distinctly remember freshman year, I wore my onesie, and y'all like, you too
Actually,
big to be in a onesie.
It could be that because I feel like I didn't get a onesie till we moved in together. Probably.
When did I get my onesie?
I don't know.
I know
but
we got you one for Christmas.
Was
We
it
got
the
you a
cow
cow
one?
one.
Yeah, I love my
I
onesie.
definitely was walking around in my onesie though. Once I got a
once she
onesie,
got the onesie,
I was
she was
walking
like,
everywhere
wait
with
a
my
minute.
onesie.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me nothing.
This girl would just put on a coat, put on some slippers, and be like, "Yeah, where we going?
Yeah.
D-Hall? Late night? Yeah,
It don't matter
onesie."
where I was going. This onesie going with me.
Yo, when she was a bald-headed baddie, and that one basketball player was coming at you because she was bald-headed, had her onesie on, leather jacket, and some shoes, and the girl still was trying to holler at you.
Bruh, I looked a hot mess. A hot
But
mess.
pulling them all.
She really was. Especially
I-
bald.
I
Especially bald.
I have no comment. No comment.
Just gonna-
Because it was a little ridiculous back then. I used to be like, men, women. I'm like, I don't know what energy I'm putting out into the world right now, but I don't want
I
y'all.
mean, first of all, you come out like,
Yeah,
Hey, guys.
Moya was built. She had the muscles. The muscles.
Yeah, those are residual muscles.
see this picture right here.
You are not about to put no picture of me, please.
Shauna is our unofficial historian.
I don't think it's unofficial. I think it is legit, officially my title.
It can be.
Yeah.
So how many
I guess
pictures do
so.
y'all have when I was in England? Okay.
I might actually have some screenshots. Actually,
Screenshots
Of
are-
ourselves.
What? That ain't no picture.
He's talking about pictures of the group while he was gone. How many
Or
pictures do we have of
anyone
the group?
else? Like,
Yeah.
maybe.
We
Let's think
actually
about
suck at taking pictures. I have
We
pictures
do.
of
I was. Yeah.
like Jess and my kids, and I ain't in not one. I'm like, dang, me and Jess don't have pictures for years.
oh,
That's-
wait. I think this kind of loops back to the graduation.
Yeah, he has our graduation pictures. I also found a picture from sophomore year of you on a chair on your bed, like sleep.
What?
Yeah.
That you took?
Yes, it's in my email.
Okay, well, that sounds creepy.
No, I think it was one of those where we all were there, and Moya just was like, "I'm gonna take a nap."
Okay, well, that,
I mean, I do that.
yeah,
I
that was
do
like, that could be,
Yeah.
that could have been yesterday.
Really, I don't take naps as
You don't
much
take
anymore,
them.
but
Only when
only when I'm not.
around?
No, only when I'm not with my kids. Then I'm like, oh, peace and quiet, and I don't have to worry about them, and I just like sleep. Goes
Yeah,
to sleep.
man.
But yeah, I used to naps are life. They still are. I just don't get them as much as I used
I
to.
do like taking naps. I know a lot of people don't, but I stopped taking naps actually when I started going to the gym because I think I have like way too much energy. And then when I wasn't using that energy, I would just crash. But then when I
Mhm.
started going to the gym, then I stopped crashing. It sounds really weird.
No,
But-
it makes sense. It makes
Okay.
sense.
I mean, well, so and then I started doing the gym and stuff a little bit later after. Well, so I did do the gym. Sweet Christmas. I went to the gym with Marcus because Moyo used to go to the gym.
Yeah,
All of us went to the gym.
We
with
all
Marcus.
went to the
Marcus.
gym with
Marcus
Marcus.
be trying to
yeah.
he was trying to get us all swole, but Marcus wasn't even in shape back then. He is now, but not back then, so I can say that. But I went to the gym with Marcus this one week. I swear, like first of all, I almost missed work because I couldn't get out of bed. But I gained like 5 pounds of muscle that week. I was walking around like, dang, look at these titties. Can't tell me nothing. And
We did used to go to the gym a
Yeah,
lot.
we
We would take
did.
classes
We
together. Gym was the other thing we would do pretty
Yeah,
consistently,
That's
and
fair.
yeah, it's
we
like,
also walked a lot in school. Like just
Yeah.
That was all
to
we
get
really did.
anywhere, you had to walk.
And it was a
so
bunch of hills,
Yeah.
so you
Everybody
gonna
was
be
in
fit.
shape.
we were doing like random 5Ks at the school. At least was
Y'all
it just
were.
me? Okay,
No,
was it just me?
I didn't do a 5K.
So I was
You
the
have
only
done a
one.
5K. You have done a 5K.
We did a 5K together.
Yeah, for she was in
Yeah,
dance.
yeah, 'cause
and they
y'all-
Yeah,
had
I
to.
was like, that was the first 5K I ever did in my
Okay.
life, and
I
I
was-
was dying.
I remember waking up and I was like, shoot, the 5K is in 30 minutes. And then I was like,
Appreciate you supporting
I
me.
didn't eat. And then I went and ran and then I made it to the top of the hill and threw up.
Mm-mm.
And then I had to keep going. I was like, I'm fine. It's okay. Don't worry about me.
I will say that's one thing that I like. I look back over all of my pictures and I'm like, no matter what I did or I tried, like you guys would show up and you would just be there to support me. Like running in the 5K, like it was because the dance team was like, okay, we're gonna do the 5K. Like, everybody has to do it and encourage people to do it. Moya was when Moya don't want to do something, she's not gonna do something.
But I was there. I watched.
But she was there. She was there to cheer us on.
Yeah.
And so you being in it, and then any game that I was performing in, y'all would try to be there.
We were at a lot of the games.
Bruh, I do not even like watching basketball, and I would be at them games. I went to soccer games. I went to a hockey game.
We went to a lot of
because
stuff.
we lived with athletes,
Yeah,
and then we would like make friends with them and be like, "Come to my game," and I'm like, but I would still show up, even if it's just for the last little bit. But I'd be like, "I was here."
I mean, but okay. You say that, but you were the one that was always doing the most random stuff. Like, let me take this kayaking class. Did you take scuba diving?
No, I took kayaking and I took crew.
Yeah, she was doing crew.
Either way.
She never did a competition.
But that was for class. Like, I had to choose a gym class, and I wanted to do something.
We didn't take stuff like that.
Dance team was my gym credit.
I did a weight training class, but then I did the camping trip with CCBC.
But I wanted to do stuff that was gonna be fun. That's what I thought.
I guess so.
But then kayaking class was literally in the pool. It was literally in the pool at school, and we would just to the end of the pool, then turn around, just in circles. It was really interesting.
But since all of us were doing, I mean, we did a lot of physical things together. I mean, to the point where we would start doing like competitions.
Oh, yeah.
Like the
Bagel Olympics.
Yes,
that was freshman year?
No, it had to be sophomore year.
Yeah, sophomore year.
Yeah. Or it had to be sophomore year. It was either
No, it was freshman year. It was late freshman year because remember there was the whatever you call them. What were they? The toasts, front desk because it was Potomac. Yeah, it was freshman year.
Did Third Eye Blind come to school?
Yes, and goodness. It was freshman year.
Third Eye
And
Blind.
the one time I missed meeting somebody famous or a group of people.
Yeah, we met Third Eye Blind.
Random.
It was
because I was like, I'm not going to pool with y'all.
None of us knew. But I thought you were at the pool.
We didn't know Third Eye. No, because
I didn't go with y'all that time. I was like, I'm not going.
Okay.
Yeah, I had no idea who Third Eye Blind was at all. But we were swimming, and the lifeguard was like, "Y'all know who that is?" She was like fangirling. Yeah. And then we were like, she's like, "I'm going to their show later." I'm like, "Yeah, that never crossed my mind." And then we were like, let's see if they'll get us tickets.
We like cornered.
I think we like followed them into the locker room, and then Sean was like, "We're your biggest friends." We had looked up one song, like we know this one song.
We want to.
We were like, it's sold out, blah blah blah, and they were like, "Oh, we'll get y'all the little backstage,
the
whatever
little
tickets." Yeah,
backstage. Boom,
we were sitting in a corner in a little section by ourselves, like we Third Eye Blind. They gave us T-shirts and like
we didn't know any of.
I didn't know.
I knew one song.
I
Don't ask
knew
me
no
what
songs.
it is, but I knew one.
But yeah, that was fun. I like
it. Was. Did you go to the concert?
No, I went to none of it because I was like, I don't know these people.
I don't think they only gave us tickets for.
Was it three?
There were three of us.
There were three of y'all. There were three of y'all that were going. Yeah, but it wasn't me.
Yeah,
no, it was definitely because the other person that hung out with them also went. At least four of us. I feel like because they ended up giving us shirts, and they gave me a shirt, and I don't know who got the second shirt, but I got a sticker because it was. I
got a sticker too. Yeah, my sticker is on my shirt because it was like some really expensive shirt, and he was like, "Oh, this designer made it for me, but it's ugly."
Yeah,
here, and then they signed it for me.
But it wasn't like a random shirt. It was like his shirt. Like it wasn't like it wasn't like
a designer made him the shirt, and he had the shirt, and he was like, "Here, you can have it because I'm not gonna wear it." He had never wore the shirt. It's a new shirt.
It wasn't like a Canon shirt. Like this was.
It was like a designer shirt. Yeah, I still have it.
Why did we? Man, we really
random.
Oh, there was who. Was I with you when we met the other group that came with Wale?
I don't think I was there for that. Because I was at the Wale concert, but I don't remember meeting anybody with Wale.
It was before, because he came like 3 hours late.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going, but I was there. Was it Raekwon? No, that doesn't sound right.
It was a lot of things.
Maybe sophomore year.
No, somebody was there to see Wale. like another. I feel like it was like a Wu-Tang Clan person, and then they were in the comments like,
Oh,
"Where is?" Yeah,
I remember when it was Wu-Tang Clan came and they were talking about why nobody was
Right.
yeah, because they were just walking around expecting people to be like, "Oh my God, it's
Yeah.
you guys," and no one was doing it. First of all, it's a white school. Second of all,
Yeah.
now Asian,
Asian
Yes.
Asian
Pacific.
AAPI.
Yeah,
Thank you,
so
Michelle
it was
Obama.
just like really just random, and they were upset.
Yeah.
They were upset
I
about
mean-
it, but
I
also
know, they showed
this
you.
is not the demographic for your audience
That's true.
because I ain't know who they were, and I'm black.
Not when they walked in the comments.
Yeah,
It was
I couldn't
sorry.
pick them out of anywhere. Like maybe my husband could, but
I'm sure.
Yeah.
not me.
Remember to like and subscribe.
All right.
Oh my God.
One more time.